How's it going, everyone? I'm here with my WWE Night of Champions 2014 pay-per-view review. Night of Champions tonight was actually a really good show here. Very solid stuff from WWE here, I thought. As expected for me, at least. Like I said in my predictions, I was really looking forward to the show. I thought it was going to be very good. And I think it pulled through and pretty much delivered what I thought it was going to deliver. You had a handful of great matches, and you had, a match or two that wasn't very good. But besides that, solid show from WWE here. Probably one of the better shows of the year so far, in my opinion. And just solid stuff, great stuff from WWE here, I thought. Now, of course, before the pay-per-view started, we had the 1-hour kickoff show, which I thought was actually good for what it was. I didn't think the panel was that bad at all. The panel was actually somewhat informative. I thought they did a good job with Big Show, Renee Young, Booker T, and Alex Riley. The kickoff did not need to be an hour because they literally waited to the last 5 minutes to do the peep show with Christian. Or not 5 minutes, last 10 minutes of the show, or the kickoff to do it. So I thought the whole point of it being an hour is kind of a waste, but I thought they did a good job. They did a good job hyping Night of Champions, I thought. They made the titles seem important. It seemed like they were big matches for the titles. They actually showed some history behind the titles as well, so I thought it made the titles look important on the kickoff going into the Night of Champions, so I thought that was a good job by WWE there. But the peep show with Christian and Chris Jericho was pretty good. They pretty much messed around in the beginning of it, and then, they got serious into it when Randy Orton interrupted on the Tron. And pretty much, started talking trash about both of them, saying how, how Orton pretty much ended Christian's in-ring career, and that he's gonna, pretty much end Jericho's in-ring career next, and Jericho pretty much, had War of Words with Randy Orton. So I thought the peep show was pretty entertaining for what it was, nothing special, but it was good if you watched it. And then we're going to the main show itself, which kicked off with the WWE Tag Team Championship match, the Usos versus Gold and Stardust. Like I said, on the kickoff, when they kept showing the lineage of the championships, they did that here as well. They showed like the top tag teams that held the tag team titles before the match. They did this for each title match. I thought was really good. It made the titles seem important that they're showing past names I've held them that are really big names, and to where they are now. So I thought that was pretty cool of them to do that for each title match before the match started. But the match itself was very solid. Good stuff here from both teams. You had Gold and Stardust very dominant early in this match, pretty much dominating the Usos. And then eventually you had the Usos coming back, having the hot tag and come back. I thought it was a very solid tag team match, good back and forth stuff from both teams. They're both very good teams, so you pretty much expect good matches from the teams. And the ending, there's a lot of not a lot, but there's quite a few false finishes where the match actually seemed like it's going to end. About a few times this match, that was pretty exciting for the match. But at the end, Gold and Stardust ended up winning this match and becoming the new tag team champions with a roll-up, I believe, from Stardust and one of the Usos for the 1-2-3 victory. Which, I'm not surprised they won. I thought they would lose here and win the tag titles down the road, probably on Raw or at the next pay-per-view. But them as tag team champions, I don't know, because they were tag team champions last year around this time. And they were great tag team champions at first, but didn't really do anything, that meaningful after. I'm not saying that the Usos did anything meaningful, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Gold and Stardust being tag team champions. I don't know whether they can go from here, have a rematch with the Usos either on Raw or the next pay-per-view, but I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go with it, and congratulations to those two for winning the tag team titles. Next, we had the United States Championship match, Sheamus versus Cesaro. Awesome match here. Hard-hitting, great back-and-forth action from both guys. Very solid. This is probably their best match to date. I'm not sure. I have to go back and watch their past matches. They had a lot of Raw and SmackDown matches, so it's hard to say if this is their best, but from recent memory, for me, it was their best. Definitely better than their Payback match. Just very hard-hitting. Cesaro looked awesome. Sheamus looked awesome as well. Especially the last 5 minutes of this match, is very hard-hitting. Cesaro almost won the title so many times in this match. His uppercuts were so vicious. The counters of the bro kicks, he would counter it and put him in the UFO position and just slam him. It was an awesome back-and-forth, hard-hitting match from these two guys. These two guys are awesome. Definitely would love to see a world title feud between these guys in the future. Highly doubt it, but hey, you can dream, right? But just like I said, hard-hitting, great stuff. At the end was even more awesome. Just Cesaro was beating Sheamus down. Sheamus was asking for more, and just Cesaro was beating down Sheamus and vicious kicks, and Sheamus almost looked like he was completely done. But unfortunately, for me, I would say, Sheamus hit a bro kick on Cesaro at the end for the 1-2-3 victory to retain the United States Championship. Disappointed that Sheamus retained. I was really hoping for Cesaro to win here and win the title, but yeah, I guess you can't always win. But just because Cesaro didn't win doesn't mean this match wasn't great. It was still an awesome match. The storytelling I thought was very good between the two guys. Just just showing their strengths off and showing their will and determination to win the match by just keep going no matter how much they got their ass kicked. So great stuff between those two. Very good stuff. Very great stuff, I should say. Next, we had the Intercontinental Championship match. We had Dolph Ziggler with R. Ziggler versus The Miz with Damien Mizdow. Very disappointing for the fact that they had Florida Georgia Line or Georgia Florida Line. I think it's Florida Georgia Line, whatever their name is. They had them come out for whatever reason. Well, because they're in Nashville, that's why. They had them come out and commentate during the match, and pretty much Florida Georgia Line was the main focus of this match, which was very disappointing because Miz and Ziggler deserve so much better. They had a great 7-minute match at SummerSlam, and they didn't get the attention here, and it's very disappointing for them to not get the attention they deserved. So very disappointing. It was WWE's fault. I completely blame WWE for this. Putting the focus on Florida Georgia Line. They had a segment with Sandow where Sandow got in their faces as they pushed them down, and very disappointing match. Like I said, you really couldn't focus on the match because they kept focusing on Florida Georgia Line, so you couldn't really see, like, every time they'd go to the ring for like a couple minutes and then they'd go back to the Florida Georgia Line for like a few seconds, and they kept going back and forth with the camera, so it was very difficult to really watch this match. Before it was decent. It wasn't anything good, I thought. Of course, R. Ziggler and Mizdow, or Truth and Sandow got involved, of course, which would lead them running to the back, and at the very end, Miz got super kicked by Ziggler. Ziggler tried to get the victory. Mizdow got involved, and Ziggler rolled up Ziggler for the 1-2-3 victory to become the brand new Intercontinental Champion. I don't know where that came from. Miz winning the title back was a very huge shock to me. I didn't think Miz was going to win at all. I did say, though, in my predictions that if Miz was going to win, he was going to win the fashion I thought he was going to win, and he did win that way. So, and what really made it more disappointing was when Miz won, they didn't even make it seem important. They went to Florida Georgia Line, showing the replay with them, so they completely even forgot Miz even won the match. So the whole segment was very disappointing by WWE. It was completely their fault, and they should not have overshadowed the Intercontinental Championship like that. But very disappointed that Miz won. Well, not disappointed, but just disappointed to see that Ziggler isn't the champion, because the Intercontinental Championship is a workhorse title, or was. And Ziggler's a workhorse, so Ziggler definitely deserves that title, and to have him lose it, within a month is very disappointing for me. So, yeah, just a decent match, but it deserves way much better. Next, we have Seth Rollins coming out. They showed the whole video package about Roman Reigns being out for several months due to his hernia. You basically had Rollins come out saying, hey, it sucks that Reigns had the surgery, but hey, this is not an excuse or scheduled match. So Reigns, you have 10 seconds to get down here, or you're going to lose by forfeit. Referee counts in 10. Seth Rollins wins the match via forfeit. Rollins opens an issue challenge to anyone in the locker room. You go to the Tron, you see a cab coming up, like, what's the cab doing here? The door flies open, and out comes Dean fucking Ambrose, beelining it down in the ring. He gets in the ring, and him and Rollins fucking brawl. Awesome. Just awesome stuff here. It's always, man, it was awesome to see Ambrose come back. I am so hyped that he's back. I know he was only gone for a month, but hey, if you watch Raw, he's desperately needed. And the crowd erupted huge from him and Ambrose, or him and Rollins just brawled throughout the entire arena. You had security, you had producers, the executive agents pulling them apart. Ambrose wasn't taking anyone's shit. He fucking was diving on producers. He was fucking hitting people. He was just brawling with everyone that got in his way, to the point where they actually had to zip tie him down. So that was just an awesome segment there. I really can't wait to see Ambrose and Rollins 2 continue. That was just an awesome brawl. That was definitely added life to WWE. Just Ambrose and Rollins. I think Miguel freaking out 88 said it best, that when those two in the ring, it brings life back, and it really did bring life to the show. Not just the show, but like to the company. Because when you see those two either in a ring segment or whatever, you want to tune in because you know it's gonna be good stuff. So great segment there, just awesome. Next we had the Mark Henry versus Rusev match. This was actually very, I don't want to say disappointing, but like it was almost a squash. This was really bad, because they had Mark Henry come out, they had Lillian sing the national anthem, Mark Henry was crying, you had Rusev come out, and you pretty much had Rusev squash him, to be honest, because Mark Henry didn't get a lot of offense. Rusev was very dominant with his kicks and like his hits. Mark Henry was, his back was injured from the Accolade. You pretty much had him dominating. Mark Henry didn't get a lot of offenses. You can pretty much compare this match to Ryback versus Mark Henry at WrestleMania 29, because it was pretty much like a squash, to be honest. Like, Mark Henry didn't get very much offense. He gave World's Strongest Slam. That was pretty much it. And Rusev was able to lock in the Accolade, and Mark Henry tapped out. So yeah, just nothing special here. Just pretty much a squash in my opinion. Didn't get much out of it, I thought. And Rusev's dominance continues, of course. Then we go on to the match of the night, in my opinion, Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. These two put on an awesome match. Definitely match of the night, in my opinion. Just wrestling at its finest, I thought. The match started pretty slow, but it definitely picked up after counter, just hitting moves, hitting finishes out of nowhere. This match is a lot of fun. Just like I said, you had two great wrestlers in these guys. Just you expected a really good match, and that's what you got here. I thought they definitely delivered. Like I said, counter after counter, just very smooth flowing matches as well. It was very, very enjoyable. Great match. If you're in the wrestling, like just not mat wrestling, but like technical wrestling, this is probably the best technical wrestling match you'll get on this show. And it was definitely a great match. I thought very, very enjoyable. And just like I said, just counters, hitting finishes out of nowhere. There's a point where Randy Orton basically was going for, I forgot what he was going for, but no, I think it was going for the RKO, and Jericho was waiting for it, and Jericho just hit a code breaker out of nowhere, and Orton kicked out. And there was some near falls, a lot of near falls. Orton went for the punch. This match is a lot of fun. Best wrestling match, best match of the night by far, like I said several times. And Orton got the win when Chris Jericho went the top rope. Orton hit an RKO for the 1, 2, 3, and Orton wins the match. Like I said, great stuff from these two guys. Very, very happy these two delivered the match I thought they were going to deliver. And great stuff between the two. Really enjoyable. From there, we go on to the triple threat match for the Divas Championship. Paige versus AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella. This match was whatever. This pretty much was an AJ Paige match because Nikki was kind of just there. She wasn't really doing anything. She'd get a hit in like every now and then, but it was pretty much dominated by AJ and Paige, I thought. And Nikki would get in the ring, like I said, hit a finisher or whatever, and just disappear out of the ring again. But decent match here, nothing special. Surprisingly, AJ Lee got the victory when she put in the Black Widow on Paige, and Paige tapped out. So AJ Lee is your brand new Divas champion, third title change of the night. Very, very surprising. Like I said, I did not really. Well, their Divas division is so dead, nothing really surprises me anymore. So the fact that they're flip-flopping the titles like crazy did not surprise me. But it was, I didn't expect it. It was a little crazy, I thought. But AJ Lee's a champion. I can't say that I'm excited or anything because she was the champion last show and she just won the title back. So I don't know. Whoever's booking the champions has no clue what they're doing because they're just playing hot potato with every title. Every title. Just, here, you want the championship? Hey, dude, we'll give you a title reign for a month. Oh, you want a title for 2 weeks? Here you go. They're just playing hot potato with the title. So it's really odd that each title keeps changing. But yeah, this Divas title match, whatever, nothing special. It was just there. And then we go on to the main event, which was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. This match is better than the SummerSlam match, I thought, definitely because John Cena had a lot more offense. Not saying that he had a lot more, he had a lot of offense, but he definitely fought back a lot more than that at SummerSlam. Right at the get-go, Cena hit an AA right off the bat. Lesnar kicked out at 1. I don't even know the referee even hit a 1 count. He just kicked out right away. Lesnar with the suplexes. Just hitting them, Cena go for an AA and Lesnar would counter into a German suplex. So it was definitely, I would say the match is probably 70-30 Brock Lesnar instead of the 95 that was 5 at SummerSlam. So he definitely had a lot more offense from John Cena, but Lesnar still dominated. But this was a lot more enjoyable, especially the last 5 minutes was very, very climatic. It was just, Cena almost won the match. Cena hit an AA, would put Brock in the STF, take Brock out of the STF, hit an AA, put him in another STF, and then at the end of the match, he hits one final AA, the 4th AA, might add, goes for the pin, but all of a sudden, Seth Rollins hits Cena with a briefcase out of nowhere, so the match ends in disqualification. Rollins beating the shit out of Cena. He throws Cena out of the ring, hits a curb stomp on Brock Lesnar, which, by the way, Brock Lesnar sold that curb stomp beautifully. And he's cashing in. Seth Rollins is cashing in his briefcase. He's telling the referee, hey, I'm cashing this mofo in right now. Lesnar's down. Cena's down. I'm going to win the title. But before the match starts, Rollins gets on the apron. Cena's like, oh, fuck no, dude. Cena gets Rollins down. I believe he hits him with an AA or he just hits him. He just brawls with him a little bit until Rollins runs back. But Cena's pissed. He's like, fuck you, man. This was my match. You just cost me. He's like, come on. Why would you do this to me? In the meantime, Cena's basically complaining. Brock gets up, picks Cena up at 5. And that's it. Brock Lesnar retains the championship. Even though Cena won by disqualification, Brock is still your WWE World Heavyweight Champion. What I guess this goes from here. Either I would guess Brock versus Cena inside the Hell in a Cell for next month. That's the only logical thing, which I'm actually really excited for. That match sounds awesome. That just sounds awesome. Cena, Brock inside Hell in a Cell. That should be amazing. But just yeah, really good match here. Better than the SummerSlam match. Just very good back and forth action from both guys. And good stuff. You know, I thought this was a good way. This show was a good way to set up, you know, your two main event matches for Hell in a Cell. Hopefully being Cena versus Brock inside the Cell and Ambrose versus Rollins inside the Cell. So definitely those two matches happened. Hell in a Cell is already looking great in my opinion. United Champions, solid show here from WWE. Very good. Lived up to my expectations at least. And I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did too. If you didn't, well, I'm sorry. You know, maybe Hell in a Cell, you'll enjoy that. But yeah, that'll do it for this video, guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. And leave your guys' thoughts and comments below on the show if you'd like. And until next time, like I said, I'll see you guys later. Now I gotta turn the damn camera off.